Hey guys, I recently decided to lighten the ends of my hair a little bit and do kind of like an ombre thing, but obviously the top of my hair was red. So I Googled a whole bunch of things, YouTubed a bunch of stuff, looked at blogs, and tried to figure out a way to remove hair color. Let me start by saying I do have Pravana hair color in my hair. That's what the red was. Not only that, but I had a lot of semi-permanent dye before that. I looked on the Pravana, the box that it comes in and it says not to bleach it. But I was like, whatever. I'll just bleach it out. That's what you do when you want to get rid of hair color. Don't do it. It did not work at all. It made it like pinkish and it did not lift it. It just basically damaged it for no reason because it didn't lift it. So that's when I started my process into looking at color remover. Now, I didn't really find too much about how to remove red color. A lot of it was about black dye or dark hair, how to lighten it, that kind of stuff. The stuff that I did find wasn't detailed enough, so I thought that I would kind of do some research myself, and then make a video, and maybe this will help somebody else. So, I'm not gonna go into the process of like the whole ombre thing because that is like intense and it's super long. If you wanna know more about that, let me know, and then I'll make something about that. Right now I'm just going to talk about how to get rid of the red hair dye. So I use two different products, Color Oops. Now this is like your basic drugstore hair dye type situation. It comes with like the number 1 and the number 2 thing, and you shake it up, you mix it together and you shake it up and you use the bottle or whatever. It says extra strength on it. I don't know if this is really extra strength or they just put that on everything. I don't know. But it was on sale for $9.99. That's how much it was. I got it at Walgreens. And then I also used the one and only Color Fix. And this one looks like this. And this one is a little bit more, I got it at Sally's. This one is a little bit more professional in the fact that you like mix the two things together, equal parts, and you mix it in a bowl. It also has like a processing lotion, which this one doesn't, so we'll get into that later. Pros about this is it was easy to use. You just mix 1 into 2. You don't have to do any measuring, anything like that, and you just shake it up. I didn't have to use all of this, but then again, I only did, the bottom of my hair. If you had a lot of hair, you would probably have to get 2. Not only because it's, it's really liquidy, so you could probably make it work, but you might have to process it more than once to get all the color out. It smells disgusting. Like hot garbage that someone farted on. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's terrible. It smells to the point where like when I did it, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm making a mistake. This probably will make my hair fall out because that's how bad it smelled. But I was like, well, other people did it, it seemed fine. So it stinks. You have to rinse it for 20 minutes. Now that probably isn't that big a deal if you're in the shower and you're doing all your hair, rinsing it out, but I wasn't, I was just doing the end. So doing that in the sink was kind of annoying. And it says the more you rinse it, the better the results will be. So make sure you rinse it, and it's gonna smell even after it's out. So like, I was worried that I didn't get it all out because it still stunk, but it will stink for like days after. Anytime your hair gets wet, it smells like eggs or like something weird. And then after I used this one, I felt like it didn't lift it enough or get enough color out. So then I decided to try this one because this was another one that I had read about. I like this one a lot better. Again, this one smells too, just as bad. The actual I don't know if it's part 1 or part 2, but whatever is when it's in there by itself, it makes your eyes water. It smells so bad, like it's really intense. But once you mix the two together, it doesn't smell as bad as this one. And then some people were complaining about the processing lotion and why would I put this on after I already lifted it, because it does say it can make your hair darker. The reason why it can make your hair darker is because it has hydrogen peroxide in it, and that will redevelop the color, I guess you could say. So it's gonna show you where there's still color left or if you've missed something or things like that. So it's gonna show you that, and it may make it darker. I think both of these you can use, I think they say 2 to 3 times. I used this one twice, waited a few days because I didn't like the results, and then used this one twice. My hair was pretty dry. I had to trim my ends a little bit. This one could be used from 6 to 16 applications depending on how much hair you have. This can be only used once if you use the bottle. I'm sure you could probably like mix it into a bowl yourself and use less if you wanted. This one was $9.99 on sale, so it's usually more, and this one was $13.99. So the price difference isn't really that much when you think about how often you can use it, and I think this one was a lot better. I did use a clarifying shampoo with both. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but I thought it did, just to really get all the red out. I used heat on both. It says that you don't have to, but you shouldn't, your hair shouldn't be really cold because that could affect the processing. But I used a little bit of heat. I used a hairdryer for only like, because I think you're only supposed to leave both on for 20 minutes, so I used it for like 10 maybe. I will say that I like this, the one and only better. Because I felt like it did a better job at lifting more evenly, and my hair didn't feel as dry using this twice than when I used this one twice. Now they're both sulfur based, so cons to both is they both stink. I felt like I like this one a lot better. One complaint that I did hear was that the directions on this one are actually on like a pamphlet, and directions on this one are in the box. That didn't really bother me. I didn't have to like cut open the box to read them or anything like that. You can still see them pretty well. So that didn't bother me. Again, price point, slightly different, but I don't think so. And the fact that you could use this one more than once. So like I said, I'm not gonna go into detail about the actual ombre process or anything like that, but if you guys wanna know more about that and how to maintain it, I can do a separate video about that. But please comment, let me know if you've tried this, if you've tried different products, or if you did it a different way and found that it worked better. And let me know. Other than that, thanks.